I want to take you somewhere okay, but it's so cold and I don't know where. I wanna buy you barefoot floors and a pretty dress, but they won't flow like they did last spring. I wanna kiss to make you feel alright.
操你妈！哎呀，我的腿，我的妈！还有 Siri。
Hmm? Okay, so what I want to explain is odd builder. Now, before I go into detail on what I intend to explain, let me just explain how to do the odd building, okay? So we'll be using the over 1.5 market for instance now. Uh, the over 1.5 market, let's use, okay, these three things at the bottom is what we'll be using, okay? So we have Sunderland, Fulham, and Leicester, Lead, Lead. Okay, so we'll come, this Lead, Fulham, where's Fulham? Fulham, and where's Sunderland? Okay. Now, these three these three teams combined will give us a total of 1.89 odd. Okay. Well, if we are going by just picking only one, the odd will be 1.21 odd. And this 1.21 odd, the chances that we are going to make a win is high. But the problem is how to recover when we are running at loss. That's the major problem. So let's take for instance now, I place a bet with 500. Okay, so I place a bet with 500. So this is what happened. If we lost this bet, we've lost 500. Okay, okay, but we happen to make a win. So we made a win, so we are not at loss. But here's the thing. Assuming we are making a loss, let me intentionally lose 500. Okay, so I'll just randomly pick this so that we can lose 500. Okay, let me lose 500 naira. Okay, so we've lost 500. This is the beauty of trading. You can intentionally decide to lose some money back to them if you are making too much of money. Okay, so you have to appreciate them too. Now, for us to recover this money from this odd, let's say the odd is, we'll just randomly pick 1.2 odd. let the odd be at the range of 1.2. Okay, so all the odds here are above 1.2. So we are just going to pick the one that is nearest to 1.2, which is this. Okay, this one is below. We don't need something below, so we'll take this one. So here is what we are going to do. Now, where is the calculator? If I use only this one, if I use 500 to make bets on only this one, I'm only making 620 naira win, which is quite risky because the capital require to recover the amount I need to increase my capital. Okay, so to recover the 500 naira I have lost, I will need to increase it to like 2000. Even with 2000, I've not fully recovered, talk more of making profit. So if I increase it to 2500, at this point now, I will recover my previous 500 plus 100 naira profits. That's if this bet makes a win. But here is the trouble. For now, 2005, anyone can easily use 2005 to make bets, right? Which is understandable. The problem doesn't lie with just this 2005. The problem is, what if this 2005 happens to fail you? Like you don't make a win using this 2005 bet, which means you have lost a total of 3,000 naira. And to recover the 3,000 naira with a odd like this, you will need how much? You will need, let's say, 10,000. Even with 10,000, you have not recovered it. So let's say you will need 11,000. Okay, you will need 11,000 to recover it. With 11,000, you have recovered 1,000 2,600, so you're still remaining 400. So even with 11,000, you have not fully recovered it. You may need 12,000 to recover it. Yeah, with 12,000, you are still running at loss with it to about 120. So you will need 12,500 to recover it. Yeah, at this point you will recover it. What is it worth it to risk 12,500 to want to recover your loss of how much? 8,000. Sorry, 3,000. Hmm? So that's the thing. At this point, it's not worth it. Because if you take this risk and this one also lose now, you have lost 17,500. Okay, so in order for us to recover when we are using aiming at a very small odds, all we have to do is to apply this method, okay, this approach that I'm about to explain. So I will call it the odd builder, okay. Now, if you're in odd builder, you first pick the average odd you will be making use of. So in our own case, the average odd is 1.24. Okay, so you use x raised to power this, which is something as raised to power. Then how many times you are looking at, how many times you want to recover it, or uh, how many odd you are expecting to recover with. Okay, so let's say for instance, let's say I want to use two odd. Okay, so if I want to use two odd, that would be more like 5. 2.4 raised to power 5 is going to give me 2.9 odd, which is already too high. I don't need this high number. Okay, this I odd. I just need a 2 odd. Okay, so I'm going to use this again. 1.24 raised to power 4. Okay, this will give me 2.36. So let me see if 3 times will give me 2 odd. 1.24 raised to power 3. Okay, this gives me 1.9 odd, which is still fair, is close. Now this raised to power 3 is the same thing as just you doing normal 1.24 times 1.24 times 1.24, okay, which is 3 times. Okay, so the 3 times gives you exactly 1.90. Now this means that your targeted odd, instead of you to see this odd as 1.24, you are no longer treating this odd as 1.24. You are treating it as 1.90. So all you have to do is come to my website. You come to calculator, okay? Then you use this first martingale calculator, okay? So you put in the odd. Instead of putting in treating it as 1.24 odd, you use 1.9, okay? 1.90. Then yeah, the base bet amount, how much you want to start with. Let's say in my own case, for instance, I want to start with 100. Hmm? Or let me say, oh yeah, 100 is fine. I want to start with 100. Then the average profit I'm expecting, it can be, because it's a manual game, and the lower the average profit, the lower the capital, and the higher the trading power can be. So you can put it at 50, or if you want higher or lower, you can put it that way. So I'll put it at 50. Then trading power, we just put it at maybe 7 times is fine. Or let me put it at 7 times is fine. So I'll calculate. Now automatically it has calculated it for me and informed me of the total amount I will need in this game. So I will need a total bet of 13,229 naira. Please ignore the dollar sign. Um, that's just for general news. So under the bet amount, you see the amount. This amount is what you are going to use at any point in time. So what's the difference from why are you not using the 1.24? Because each time you make a win, you're going to roll it over for 3 times for you to meet up with that odd. Okay. So the first bet amount here is 100. Okay, let me even take this out. So yeah, slow down. Okay, so the first bet amount we have here is how much? We have 100. Okay, so we'll start with the 100. Okay, are you okay?
It's fine.
So we made a win. Okay, so here is what to do. We'll come back again. We pick the odd we want to use, which has to be in that range of 1.24. Okay, because we have already used 1.24 to make our calculation. And the nearest one to 1.24 here is this. Okay, so when we used 100 earlier, we made 130. So we are going to go in with 130 this time. Okay, so you can see we lost in the second round. Okay, so now that we've lost, that's when we come to the next one of our calculation, the next number of our calculation. completion. Hmm? That's 166. So we'll just be picking one team. I'll just pick Chelsea. Okay. So we're going with 166. So sticking to one team is actually nice. So you don't have to be doing analysis all the time. Okay, now it's made a win, and I will come again. I shall say, how much we wanted them. We used 166, and we made about 210 naira. So we are going to use 210 naira again. This time, let's take note of how much we'll be winning. If we win, we are winning 255. Okay. So I just want to stick to one team. So in your own case, instead of using 1.2 4, you can just use 1.20 or 1.21 because most of the times the average odd for mostly big things like this, like Chelsea that I've selected, is within this range. Okay, so I'll come again. Chelsea, Chelsea. We want 255 now. So I'm going in again with this time 255. Now this is the last one. If I made a win again this time around, I have completed the three winning circle. Okay. So if I complete the three winning circle, all I have to do is to reset back to number one and start all over again. So you can see, right? I've completed my three winning circle. Now let me show you why it's important to use um, to stick to one thing. Okay, let's go to results. Let's go to results. Okay, so what you'll be doing is you'll be looking at the team that previously lost or did not play up to over 1.5. Okay, so let's take for instance now we are starting with the big teams like I don't advise you to use Man City because for Man City, most of the times for it to play over 1.5, the odd will be below, so 1.2 odd. So my best suggestions that you go with is use Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. These three teams are okay. These are the A2 series teams. So you can even go with the A3 series teams, which are Mayu and Newcastle. Okay, so then the A3 series teams, Aston Villa, Tottenham, and Brighton, which is still okay. So let's say we are going with Chelsea. Where at Chelsea, we started here, and each time we are looking for three times winning circle. Okay, so let's see if at any point we've lost, it will have blown our account. So we are assuming that our account is we are assuming that our account balance is having this 13,222. Okay, so come on, I'm trying to see where to search. Okay, find and edit. Right. Okay, so everywhere that is marked this in colored yellow is Chelsea. So on the first one, you can see that Chelsea played over 1.5 goals. Yeah, in total, it's not just from Chelsea. Okay, the total match they played over 1.05, 1.5 goals. So it's the win for you. This one they failed. So you this one that they failed, you move to the number two of the calculation. But okay, so same thing happened there. You win. Yeah, it lost, you move to number three. Yeah, you win. Yeah, you lost, you move to number three, number four. So you win here, you win here. And on the third one, you lost again. So yeah, you come back and you start all over. Then you made a win, you made a win, you made a win. Now that you have made three wins, you reset. Okay, so that's what it means. Now, if for instance, now I want to play, I'll look at the team that has maybe from the last two match has not played over 1.5 goals. Okay, so what team has not played? Which of this team has not played over 1.5 goals? Um, all the teams except for Brentford and Wolverhampton, and these are weak teams, so they can actually play under 1.5. Uh, coming to this one, let's say we have Man City played under 1.5. Okay, so I will just go. Let me not analyze for that. I will just go with the home team here, which is Brentford that played zero, that played under 1.5. So this time I'll be taking Brentford, and the odd for Brentford I believe will be high. Okay, it's 1.23. So I'll use 100. Let's put it this way now. Let's say I'm using 500. You can adjust your calculation. I'm using 500 base bet. Base bet is the amount of capital you want to start your bet with. So how much you want the calculation to start with. Then profit is how much profit you want to make per time. Each time you make a win. So I'll just put it at 200. Then trading power is how many times you want to calculate it to. Let me keep it at 7. Okay, so the odd remains 1.9. So now you can see the total amount that is needed for this 6 times calculation. I'm hoping that within the six attempts I will be able to make 3 consecutive winnings. Okay, so each time I make a win, you can see that my profit doesn't go below the amount I have set, which is the 200. Then this is the amount I'm to use, and this is at the amount, the sum total if I'm losing down the table. Okay, so I'll start with the 500. Okay, so Brentford played the match played over 1.5. We made a win. So come again, Brentford. Yeah, Brentford. So let's this time here. So let's assume plus the odd previously 1.24. So you always have to take note of how much you have won, so that you use that entire amount again. So let's assume we made a win of 615 previously. 615 naira. So we are going with 615 naira. The amount you win previously. Okay. Now this time around, if you win, this is how much you will win. 718 naira. Okay. So that will be the last amount to go in with, but it will be determined if we are making a win in this game. Okay, possibilities that we make a win are high because we just need one more goal. Okay, so we made a win. So we just need so we wins the winning from that previous game was 780. So we had Brentford. Yeah. No. You can see that each time the odd is increasing because now that the odd has increased to this, the chances that it will make a win are slim. The average odd for over 1.5 that you should target is between 1.19 odd to 1.25 odd. This odd is actually not safe, okay? So odds like this is fine, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Okay, so it doesn't mean that it's guaranteed that this one will make a win. Okay, but then it's more safer than odds like this. You remember in the previous video I explained something that if here in this odd, if we are to go by the principle of odd, the market, you can see all the odds are very high. Okay, so none of them is likely to make a win. But then the particular one that is having the higher chances of making a win based on the odds here is this one. Why so? Is because sorry, not even this is this one. Is because this one the odd is lower among the high odds is lower. So if this one have a chance of making a win, then automatically this one is at risk. Whoever is picking this 1.33 is at risk. So what's the second odd that follows it? The second odd that follows it is this one. Sorry, is this one. Okay. So automatically who is picking this one is also at risk. Okay. So for the next one that follows it is this one that we are picking. Okay. So if I'm picking this one, not that it will make a win, no, because uh, if this market is to go on a negative trend, it's possible that this market for straight 20 times will not make a win. Okay, but then this particular visual league football is quite different from you will want to compare it in markets like the 49ja or Aviator, whereby the crash point is determined by the odd. Okay, so it's different. Okay, so in cases like uh, this market we are picking is quite at risk. Nevertheless, for the purpose of explanation, I have to pick it so that you say if we are making a win, you know that we have completed our three winning cycle. Then if we are losing, then you know next time if you are playing on your own, if you see it, you'll be cautious on what to do. Oh, it happened just on the first leg. We made our win. Okay. So now I've successfully secured my winning and I made 450 naira profit because it's on the number one I made my winning, okay, from. So that's simply how odd building works. So instead of just assuming that this odd is 1.29 odd and the this odd is going to instead of making calculation to double for this odd, what to do is you see how many times, for instance, now this odd now, if you multiply it by 1 point, if you multiply it into 3 times, you are going to have 1.29 times 1.29 times 1.29. Okay, so you are going to have a total of 2.14 odd. So what you are targeting is not just this odd, but how many odds, how many winnings you can get from this odd. Because having an odd like this automatically gives you a very high chances of winning. Okay. So secondly, let me explain another logic here. So that's for the odd building. So instead of you to just keep increasing and increasing your bet amount, you will be able to have an aligned calculation that you are using. Okay. So when this video started, I did something whereby okay, let me copy this link and see. I did something where I placed two bets, and in the two bets, one made a win, and I used 10,000 on one. The other one I used 4,005. That's called back bets. Now, in that back bet, one of the bets is the one you are sure that is going to make you win. Don't forget these two are the same thing, okay? These are two same thing. I'm just using because my screen is wide. I just open it on this other side again. To do it, you can copy this link and paste it on any of your other browsers. Without logging you out of this one, you will be able to see the game, live game here as well, okay? So, one of so yeah, we have I'll be looking for a team that is having high chance of winning. Okay, if you look at almost all the teams, the chances of winning the game this match this particular week it looks tough. Now we have gotten to week 30. During this period, the matches are very tight. All the teams are very competitive because none of them want to go on relegation. Okay, so it's very competitive. We can possibly skip matches like this or see how we can play. Now let's take for instance now I want to play on this game, okay? So by using Backbet, I know that this odd, the Chelsea is sure to win, or Chelsea have 70% chances, or let's say Chelsea have 60% chances of winning in this odd, okay? So let's say Chelsea have 60% chances of winning, then I will bet Chelsea to win with, uh, let's take for instance, I'm using 1000. Okay, I'm using 1000. If I use 1000, I'll make a total of 1910 naira. Okay, so I'll use 1000. Oh, I wasn't supposed to kick it off. I mistakenly kick it off. Ash, that's why I was supposed to bet on the draw as well. Like the next one, might as well. We already made the one. It has cut my explanation short. Okay, so let's say in a match like this, Tottenham have a high chances of winning. Let me refresh the league table so the previous one will be displayed. So even without looking at the league table, okay, you just feel maybe uh, Tottenham or any team here. You can just look at maybe any team in the home side that you feel the odd is between the range of 1.50 to 1.75, okay, or 1.85 have, is on the home side, meaning that these teams have a chance to win, a high chance to win. In cases like this, all you have to do is you place a higher bet on the team that is having high chance of winning. So in our own case, I'm going to place 1000 for instance, and with the 1000 I will win 1650 if I'm making a win, okay? So I'll place my bet. Then instead of clicking kick off, I'll come to more bets, okay? Then on the more bets, I'll click on the draw because the draw, let's assume this one is having 60% of winning chance, then this one have 35% of winning chance, then this one have just 15% of winning chance. Okay, so this one have 35% winning chance. I'm going to play it with I already used 1000 to make bet for Chelsea to win because now I have 1 minute 50 seconds to make another bet before it will automatically start, even if it's a manual game because I've already placed one bet. So I'm going to use 200. With 200, I will not make a profit. 300, yeah, 300, I will make. The aim is not to make profit. The aim is to get back my previous money that I've used to make bets. Okay, on. So if I use this amount to make bets, I'll make 1019 naira, which still doesn't cover fully for the 1000 I've used to bet. So I'll try to use 400. With 400, I'll make a total of, if I win, I'm winning a total of 1450. So if it enters for draw for me, I will make 15 naira profit while I recover back my 1000 naira. But if it enters for Chelsea to win directly for me, then I will make a profit of 200 plus after even deducting the amount I've used for the draw. So you can see right in case like this, you are not, while the Chelsea was giving us a very good hope that the chances of winning is high, this team can't directly win Chelsea easily. Okay, in out of maybe 5 rounds, maybe that team will only win 2 rounds on the normal case, or one even. Most of the time Chelsea will win or it will be draw. So now that we have covered for the draw, we have more chances of winning than we should lose. So either ways, we have recovered our money. Okay, so now in a case like this now, uh, we'll do the same thing again. We'll use 1000 on Aston Villa. So if we win, we are making 1650. Then we'll click on more bets. We'll come to draw. Then we'll use 400 on the draw for Leicester to lead to draw. Okay, so we are only losing if lead win the game head to head straight. Okay, now chances that lead will win is also high, but currently they are drawing. And chances that, okay, so you can see, right? So this is a very good main way of backing your bets. Okay, assuming you are just after the fact that this game the odd is small, let me take this odd. If you just take it like that, while your chances of winning is
Happen.
higher, the children sleeping. Oh, I'm doing recording, thinking my video is playing, it's not even playing. What a life! I'm telling you. Ah, this drink only done before. Have you decided on what to eat? It's like you're also not hungry.
No, no, I'm sleeping.
You're sleeping.
I'm
Don't sleep, don't sleep. Okay, so yeah, we have Western and Burnley, and then Brentford and Nottingham Forest. We can just pick anyone. We can pick this, or we can pick this. Okay, so I'll just go for this. Now, here is the front, and here is the Western. Okay, so let me go for Western. Let me take in this risk. Yeah, um, this is what I did earlier. I used 10,000 on one side. Okay, and on the other side, I used 4,005. And 5 is too high. 4,000. Okay, 4,005 is fine. Okay. So I'm going to show you how you will be able to make this calculation. I think the calculation is also on my website. I have a calculation for it. You see, the crazy thing is now that Burnley is winning. Okay, so let's recover this money. We've lost 14,005. So I'm going to use now this is not basically for you. This is for myself. Don't try this at home. Please don't try this at home. So we went in with 25,000 and this would recover. Yeah. So this way we'll recover our money. So this having as the back bet. Don't try this at home. Okay, so we made a win. Let's see how much in total we've won. If we've recovered our money, which I'm not sure yet if we have fully recovered. So okay, so we have our account has not been credited to be credited. Okay, you can see we've recovered back our money. Okay, so this is how it works. So it's pretty interesting if you want to make high amount of money in a short time. Let's take for instance now, in a situation like this, uh, let's say I have 40,000 to waste. Okay, let's say I have 40,000 to waste. I'm going to do something like this. Okay, so if I put in the 40,000 here, then I come. Okay, please don't try this at home. So let's see how much we made. Maybe it's the spirit of this kaika I'm taking that is doing my head. Normally, I don't do this in video. This meant to be for when I'm personally trading with my account. Maybe I want to grow an account quickly. This a bit of risk management logic that I usually apply. And then since after taking this guy kind of my eye is just doing me way. So it's in this video we had let's 45,000 in our account initially, and it's now 68,000 naira. So that's how much we've made. That's over 20,000 naira we've made in this video from just one lead. Okay, so what if maybe you have the intention of wanting to trade, you don't want to gamble like I just did, but you want to trade with this approach? What do you do? Now, here is what you should do. Look at this side, the away side. Your aim should be on the home side because when a team is on the home side, it have more potency of winning. Okay, so look at the home side and the away side. The when a team is having 5 odd in the away side, chances that the home team will win is high, and then for the away team to just make a straight win, chances are slim. Okay, so we can use that and stick on both the home to win. Then we can use the draw as our back bet to back up our bets. Okay, so the aim of this draw that we are betting on is not to make profit. Okay, the aim is just to return back our money that we have bet on the small lower odds to win in case the low odd doesn't make a win. Because if, for instance, after all your analysis, you make bets on this odd, irrespective of how low it is, 1.85 odd, even if it's even just 1.2 odd, irrespective of how low it is, there'll come a time whereby it will just fail uselessly. Okay? And that is a point whereby you have even using a good amount of capital, just like what happened to us in our own case. So the best way is you back up your bets. Although backing up also exposes your account you to risk, but then the risk has been minimized. So you at this point in time, uh, let's say is the house that is betting against you, not betting against the house, because this market have three options. If out of the three options you have taken two options and the most likely to win two, it means that you stand a better chance of winning than the house stand a chance of winning with just this simple single odd. Okay, so you had a single odd. Okay, so that's what it means. So at this point now, you have a better chance of winning than the house. Okay, so I have a calculator for this, but then uh, let's see, let's see. Because the calculator, I noticed that the formula I gave to the developer is inaccurate because I used multiple bad bets and multiple recovery bets. Is inaccurate. Now let's try it and see first in this case. So we have our back bet. Back bet means this particular bet that we are using to back up our bets. Okay, so that is 3.33 odd in this case, which is the draw, the odd for the draw. Okay, 3.33. Then we have the recovery bet. The recovery bet is the one that will make a win. Okay, so the one that make a win is 1.77, and base bet is the amount you want to start up your trade with. In a session like this, you don't have to worry. So you can even start with as little as maybe 200 or 100. Okay, as depending on your capital. Uh, if you ask me how much capital is needed, if you can use a calculator and you will see if the amount of capital in your mind will be enough. Okay, average profit, let me use 15 naira. Average profit is the amount you want to your expected profit in case you make a win at any point, in case this thing, the recovery bet makes a win. Okay, the trading power, let me just put it at 4 times. Okay, 4 times, yeah, 4 times enough. Now, the total bets that will be needed in this game is for the 4 times. The total capital is 33,558 naira. You can see how capital demanding this strategy can be, and that's because our profit margin is high. If we had reduced, sorry, our base bet is high. If we had reduced it, I believe it won't be up to this amount again. Okay. So in this case, if we use, so this B1 means your back bet, and this is your back bet. R1 means your recovery bet, which is this one. Okay, so you have to bet it independently. I think this particular formula here is a bit wrong in the sense that uh, this arbitrary calculation formula that is applied there, in the sense that either one, if you make a win from either the draw or this one, it will give you equal profit as this. Okay, it will give you equal profit, not necessarily. Let me zoom out. Okay, it will give you equal profit as this here, not just when the O makes a win. Okay, so I'm going to make that adjustment. Hopefully tonight, I'm going to make that adjustment. This one is arbitrary. Arbitrary is also good, but this particular strategy I have nothing to do with arbitrary. So I'm going to manually trade it. So for instance, now you trade it with 150. You start at 150. You have to make sure that the amount you are trading with, the draw will not go below 15 naira because the minimum bet amount you can use in this game is 15 naira. Okay, so we use 150 here. With the 150, we'll make a total of 265 naira. So after placing the bet, don't click on kick off. You come to more bets. Now you have 1 minute and 50 seconds thereabout to make another bet. So on the second bet, if we use 50 naira, we'll make a win of total win of 165, which will not cover for our previous bet because the previous bet was 150 plus 50 naira, that's 200. Okay, so if we use 70 naira plus 150 that we have used on the recovery bet, it will give us a total of 210 naira. So you can see if we are making a win here, we'll be winning 235. So we'll be making a little profit on top while recovering our loss. So you can see that in this case, we made a clear win, and there is no magic that will take place whereby this guy will end up losing Liverpool. So this is how it works. Now assuming it's lost, okay? Assuming we lost this bet, we've lost. You have to take note that you've lost how much? You've lost 220 naira. So in your next bet amount, if it makes a win on the recovery bet, it should be able to recover that amount. Okay, this video is already lengthy, so in the next video I will explain how to manually uh, increase the bet amount or calculate it in such a way that you will be able to recover the previous bet. So you see that the chances of you winning are extremely high and the profit is extremely good too. Okay, so let me just take this last one and I end the video. So I hope you understand the two basic things I explained in this video. One is the odd building. Instead of just relying on that small odd you are playing to recover, why not? Okay, why not? I'm suggesting for you, why not use a odd building approach to increase the odd you are playing on. Okay, because the odd is low, so your chances of winning are high. If you apply a specific rule over number of times, like 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, as the case may be, that as your target odd interest may be. Okay, so you just use that as your recovery. So you know that if you make a win 3 times, you've recovered. Unlike the previous video recovery system I explained, you will be continuously increasing your bet amount plus the by the base bet and then trying to roll over, which puts your account at risk. If you have not watched it, you can go and watch it so you can still understand what I'm saying. Uh, by so doing, it puts your account at risk in the sense that while you are trying to recover, you will encounter loss, and when you encounter loss, the accumulated loss balance increase massively, making it difficult for you to be able to recover fully. Okay, so let's say in this game now, in this particular one, round a week, remember once it gets to week 37, between week 35 to 38 is not even safe because this is the last point of the week. So even if a team makes a win at this point, they are not going moving forward anywhere much in the league table. So at this point, small teams tends to make a win unexpectedly. So it's not really safe. Okay, well, I'll just go in with, as we have explained, West Ham Crystal Palace. Funny enough, Crystal Palace might win this game. Crystal Palace might win this game. Let's go for Brentford. As well, the since this is the last game, I'll just go in with 500. Okay, to win 970 is fair. So our recovery bets, I'll use 300. So with 300, it's too high. I'll use 250. So 250, that's even it's still too high. Okay, so 250 is fine. So 250 plus 500, that's 750. Meanwhile, if we win, we are in 830. So that's still fine. I said it. Crystal Palace is likely to win this game, although they are drawing now. They draw. So we still made a win, which is good. The last week. Okay, so I'm going to end it here. Let me just close the week. So since this is the last game, Chelsea lead. Aston Villa bro. Okay. So guys, that was it for this video. See you all in the next video where I'll be explaining how to make this calculation manually so that you can make the calculation to an extended time. This one, the amount is higher because this is a different calculation formula that is applied on this calculation. Okay. Oh, this drink don't really dare tell me why. Oh, there's something I intend to answer. If persons have you, if they serve you food for dream, they not serve you water, you just eat only food without water. What do you mean? Hmm? Because be like this person where they serve food for dream, so I know they serve you their work again. Are you sleeping? Are you happy? Are you in trouble? No, no. You don't want to become a Dogu Parara. You need to become a Dogu Parara now. My network is so crazy. You see, my network is crazy, oh, but the bet I made went through. I mean, I did not refresh now. There will be joy in the morning. There will be joy in the evening. So shall the God cry no more. There will be joy in the morning. There will be joy when I think about the goodness of Jesus and all He has done for me. I will sing and praise Hallelujah and praise God for saving me. So just by this method in the week, in the league that started from about week 18, you can see how much we made. We had about 45,000 in the account and this 71,000 naira. So let's see from just this league and just how many rounds I played. So 71,000 minus 45,000 thereabouts. And we made 26,000 naira. So when people ask how much can I make from a league, how much can I make from a league, is it possible to make up to this amount in a league in a day? You see, that amount you're asking can even be made from just 1 week. Okay, so let's be realistic. It can be made from just 1 week, not more of one league. So if your target is daily 100,000, sure, you can actually make daily 100,000 at ease from a single league. Okay, it all depends on two factors. One, your capital. Two, your approach. Okay, so how you are approaching the game matters. Okay, so I'm not actually encouraging you to aim at making 100,000 from a single win or from a single league. You can build it carefully, but I'm just letting you know that there are actually no limits to the possibilities of how much you can make. Okay, so when it comes to saying how much you can make, there is no limit to it. So that's the beauty of casino. This, this drink is doing my like this night. You try a little, try a little, man. It will make you understand the game. You see the game clear. No, no, you will not sleep. The game will be very easy for you.
Every day is easy.
Well, I know every day is easy now, but it will be more easy for you.
Yes, and no trouble.
Yeah, no trouble. All right, let me go and sleep.